Love, light, and blessings. This is Shamanic Arak Priestess here, and I wanted to do a quick, well, hopefully quick, August favorites video. And August has been a very emotional month for me. I did go on that trip like I wanted to, and saw my friend, and had some beautiful memories, and also, had some loss this month, and things like that. So it's been a very emotional month for me. But it's also been a very enlightening month. So I had like a tower moments this month, but also like I'm in kind of like the star now. I'm in like in the path of enlightenment and learning life lessons and learning to mourn in a different way. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but like I am so grateful that I got to go and spend the time that I got to actually spend with her. Um, and I also got a lot of closures on a personal note um, with another person, a significant other that I had the pleasure of staying with. He opened up his home to me and my daughter, and I do appreciate that we are in a better place despite the ending of our romantic relationship. We were actually there for our daughter, and he was there for me, and I was there for him, and we had very profound communications and conversations, and so we're in a good place, at least for the highest good of our daughter, anyways. So I'm very grateful for that as well. So one of my favorite things this month has been this Aladdin cup. Um, the baby's step grandmother received this as one of her Christmas gifts, and she works outside the home, of course, and she always used to spend a lot of money buying drinks like coffee and sodas and things like that. And so she usually packs this, and she tells me that it doesn't, like she was telling me that, oh, the ice doesn't smell, the coffee stays hot. And I was like, I don't know, because I have a lot of other travel mugs and it never worked. Well, this one's $8, and I gotta say, I bought this like in the middle of this month, and I've been using it for like the last couple of weeks. And she's right, because literally I could put a soda in here and the ice doesn't melt. So like the soda doesn't taste watery. I could put half a pot of coffee in here, and literally 4 hours later, it would taste the same as when I first poured it in here. So it would taste like freshly brewed coffee, and it's still warm and nice. And so I love this because this is good when I'm on the go with the kids. This is good when I'm doing my online work, my online business, and I could just drink my coffee and burn the midnight oil. If I'm working on my book, if I'm working on anything like that, like whatever, like it's so good for work. It's so good for on the go with the kids. Like it's really good. So Aladdin cup, $8. It's well worth the investment. So I also been reading a lot this month, and so I'm still working with this book, The Teachings of the Santeria Gods, The Spirit of the Odun, by Ocha Nilili, and it is so good. It's like a good steak. Like I don't want to rush through the book. I read every single story, every single chapter, and I dedicated this book is where I write my notes. So I've been note taking. I've been learning a lot. Just really getting in more in tune with my like ancestor, African side of my ancestry, like stories that have been passed down, mythologies, learning the Patakis, and just really getting a good um, idea of that form of divination, which has to do with caracoles, which is a distinct kind of seashells. So knowing these stories and knowing the lore and the history of each of the energies that are infused into the caracoles, there's 16 of them. So there's 16 different entities or energies that you have to know their background story to, because they're kind of used in the divination. Um, this whole thing. So like I'm really studying this because I actually want to get into working with caracoles, working with certain kind of seashells. And so I want to learn to do that. So the Dilogun. So this is why this is so important to me to study, because I want to learn more about that. And so I've been working with that. Okay, and then just basically wanting to know more about the Orishas. Um, the Crystal Bible. I've been using this good for referencing, and whenever I get stuck on a crystal, or if I'm drawn to work with a crystal, why am I drawn to work with this crystal? And it's been helping me a lot with creating crystal grids. Also been doing a lot of crystal healing, so this book has come in handy. Crystal Prescriptions by Judy Hall. Great reference book. Also great to, if you want to use different crystals besides the known ones. If you like, I like to create a lot of chakra grids. So I'll create specific grids for raising the vibrations of the chakra, put it in my meditation part of my spiritual room, and just sit before the grid, burning essential oils. So I like to work a lot with scents. So I've been using a lot of my chakra essential oil blends. And so between the grids, that, and the meditations that I do, like that's how it balance my chakras. This has come in handy because it's actually made me use different crystals than I actually thought didn't even have to do with a specific chakra. So it's kind of expanding that knowledge base. So I appreciate that. Also worked with this book this month, Creating Crystal Grids for Beginners. And it's really good for anyone who's just starting out on creating crystal grids. You can literally read this book and create a grid right away and see why they're created a certain way. The grids are very simple. So if you're looking for something more complicated, then no. But like if you're just a beginner, just to learn the basics, I do recommend this book. And I got this book because I wanted to kind of start helping people. It's like beginners how to create crystal grids. And so this is a good, even for that, like if you want to teach that, you can actually like, okay, get down to the basics and, you know, or even recommend it to somebody who's just starting out on their path. So, and then I just got this book the other day and I just started reading it yesterday, Crystal Skulls, Ancient Tools for Peace, Knowledge, and Enlightenment by Judy Hall. And I'm going to be working with this one probably into the next month. So those are the books that I've been into in the month of August. And the crystals that I've been into, been working a lot with this rose quartz point, a lot of heart chakra healings and crystal grids that I've created around that, and also this tourmaline. And I've been working a lot with this orange calcite crystal this month. So I've been doing a lot of root, heart, and sacral chakras have been the biggest chakras that have needed the most work. So this orange selenite, I've been using a lot to just like hold it and bring in that loving sacral chakra energy. I've been using a lot the selenite for meditations. Especially when I've been sad, it's just been like a nice pick-me-up crystal as well. When I just need that ground, that crown chakra energy. And working a lot with this hematite heart when I just need that nice grounding energy. So those are the crystals I've been working with this month. And then as far as tarot decks, I've been working, and I'm still working with this one, Dame Darcy. Working with that. This is just a very summary tarot deck. And I usually use this more of for ritual when I want to work more with like water energies. I use this really on myself mostly when I want to really tune into entities of the water elements or read on a ritual. So more spiritual readings with this, or if I need to read on something emotional. That's the Dame Darcy Tarot. Oh, and then this one I took with me when I went to go see my loved one in that trip is the Wheel of the Year tarot deck. I did readings before I left, like on the way there, kind of like how's the trip gonna go, and some emotional things that I was gonna be facing. I did a reading on like how to handle the situation with the baby's father for the highest good of both of us, readings kind of thing. And I also read for my loved one. She loved the deck. She got to see it, and she loved it. So this was the deck that I actually packed away with me on this trip. So I had very powerful readings with that this month. This is the backup copy because I started using the backup copy after I came back. The deck that I actually used, which is the same one, but the original one, I've since put away because that was the one that I actually used to read her. And I just haven't been able to use that one. So I used this one, if that makes sense. The other one is like too emotional because like I last read her with it, Hanson Roberts has been another tarot deck that I've been drawn to this month. And I literally just put this one away as I did the Wheel of the Year. Still working with the Dame Darcy one though. I worked with this one mostly in the beginning of August to like the middle of August. So most of this month I've been working with this deck, and I love Hanson Roberts. I love it. It's a great deck. I love the size of it. I love the look of it. I love that it looks like it's color pencil drawn. Like, I love that about it. I'm going to put this on the side because I don't want anything falling. My deck's falling all over the floor. That would be not fun. That would not be fun. Okay, so the next one is my Centennial Rider-Waite. I just put this one away tonight, so I did some readings with this one today, and just put it to sleep. So usually when I put them to sleep, I put them in order because I can't have my decks not in order, disorganized if I'm going to put them away for a little while. So that's why some decks you'll see in order and some of them you won't. And usually the ones you see in order is because I'm going to put them away for a little while. And so that, and then, oh, sorry. Other tarot decks that I work with this month. I'm still working with this one, which is the, Shadowscapes. So I love this deck. I worked with it more towards the ending of this month. Get very powerful readings with this deck. The art is so beautiful, and I don't know, I love working with it. So I'm working with it right now, actually. It's the tarot deck that's on my altar at this time. So we're doing some work with this one. Okay, and then this one was the second deck that I took with me. I only took two, and it's the Wildwood. And I've been having a reaction since I even first got this deck. This is a very powerful, I remember when I went with the kids to Barnes & Noble, I went to buy them books and everything, and as soon as I held the card deck in my hands, when I opened the box, like, something drew me to buy it. And this was like last month. This was July. And I literally felt a surge of energy from my third eye all the way down to the palms of my hand. It felt like hot, like I have, as if I've been rubbing my hands together. And it has just been a very powerful, connection. Like, other than the Wheel of the Year, like, this is right under it. Like, Wheel of the Year is my best friend, but this is like my good friend. This is like right there with that one. So I love this deck. I have the most amazing readings with this deck. I just put this one away too because I had just been working with it. So, and then the Vision Quest Tarot has been another deck that I've been working with a lot this month. And this just gives me the most beautiful messages. So accurate for me. And I use this one as well, like the Wildwood and the Shadowscapes, for myself. Well, actually only for myself. I do shadow work and just very, very highly, beautifully spiritual messages and predictive, of course. But yes, this deck is just so, like, it just calls the Arawak Taino Indian side of me. Like, it just feels like I know these people in the court cards. Like I've seen some of these images in my dreams. Like, it's just so powerful. And I'm so happy to have it in my collection. It's an amazing, amazing tarot deck. So I love it. And as for Oracle decks, I work with the Archangel cards. Doreen Virtue. This was in my altar this month. And I've been having this deck for years. I did an unboxing recently of buying a backup copy since Doreen Virtue seems like she's not going to be doing, she's removing her name from the tarot decks and things like that. So, and I don't know if she's going to continue to print these, if they're going to have these decks anymore. So I wanted a backup copy of it because I like her older stuff, and her personal life is separate from me working with her decks, if that makes sense. I like working with her stuff before everything, you know, her oldest stuff, and I still connect with them. So that's like a separate issue and that kind of thing. So, and also messages from your angel I worked with this month. It's another Doreen Virtual deck. And I only use Oracle for myself. So this is more of like, I usually pull a tarot and Oracle card for the day. And this would be a deck, one of the Oracle decks that I use for that one card pull for myself. The backs are beautiful, and I love working with this deck, and I worked with this deck this month. And another Doreen Virtual deck, which is Healing with the Angels, and again, I love it. I get very powerful messages. I like the borders. This makes me feel like it's very retro, like 70s, my mom's era. And I love this card. Another deck that I've been having for years. And the backs are beautiful. And I love the energy of that. And the last but not least, Angel Therapy cards by Doreen Virtue, which is actually my favorite deck of hers. I love this deck. It even has chakras in it. Beautiful angel messages. Oh, just talking about the chakras. And really great exercises in the guidebook. I love this deck. And the backs are amazing and they're beautiful. And I've needed that kind of nurturing Oracle deck energies for myself this month because, like I said, I did, you know, experience a loss. So I needed a lot of that comforting, huggy type of energy. So that's been my favorites of this month. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I also wanted to mention that I am going to be doing a giveaway. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks, most likely in the next 2 weeks or so. So we're talking about a little bit after the first week of September. And I will give the specific date out when I do the drawing. Some of you already have expressed an interest. It's going to be my specially made for you spiritual water and a small essential oil blend that I'm going to create for you guys in the giveaway, and a deck, tarot deck that I'm going to be giving away, which is most likely going to be the Aquarian Tarot deck, and a Los Caribo Rider-Waite-Smith clone. And they're lightly used. They're like basically brand new. The Los Caribo deck is edged, and I'll show that in a future video. And the Aquarian Tarot I read with it one time, so it's like really new. So I want to find nice homes for those two. And so those are the things I'm going to be doing in my little giveaway. Let me know if you guys are interested. And as always, much love, light, and blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video. And until the next video, guys, love you all. Bye.